So it's somebody's birthday, and being the legendary wife that I am, I thought, what would Josh Bockel love doing the most? And the first thing that came to my mind was nature, because we all know how much Josh loves nature. So we are here to do a long-ass hike in the heat while he's wearing dress shoes for his birthday. Legendary wife.
God damn it. So we are on our way to Plitvice National Park. We've left Split. It's about, I'd say, a 2-hour drive to get up here through some beautiful countryside, a lot of tunnels, some sketchy mountain roads. So it's a bit of a distance. It's definitely a whole day trip. I'd recommend probably heading to entrance 1 from what we've seen online. It's the closest to kind of the big waterfalls and really interesting picturesque things to see. But we're gonna find a parking spot and make our way inside.
Now give me the beat.
So we have finally made our way into the actual Plitvice Lakes Park after what was a very daunting drive on a mountain single lane road with 2-way traffic. And we also showed up very late. We were supposed to get here between 10 and 11. We showed up here at like 11:30, but they still let us in, which is great. So we are just walking on the path right now to head down to what looks like all the waterfalls. I just had a realization that the waterfalls and the area you see the waterfalls from are at the bottom of the waterfalls, which is going to be a jaunty little hike down. The return trip is going to suck.
Everything cool is at the top, and apparently now at the bottom.
Yeah, it's at the bottom of the hill. Our car is at the top of the hill. Happy birthday, John. It's my birthday. I do love waterfalls though.
Did you remember to wear deodorant today?
I not only remember deodorant, but I actually remembered sunscreen this time as well, for I am pasty and the sun does not love me. The park is truly beautiful, but we are here in the middle of kind of shoulder season. We're here in the middle of April, and it is slammed. And it's these tiny little wooden walkways, and there's not a whole lot of room to go around people, and it's like a line at Disney World. So if you're gonna come here, I'd recommend either coming really early in the morning or come well out of season. Big crowds, very popular place, for good reason. It's, again, stunningly beautiful.
People do tend to ruin nature, so we can't. We're hypocritical. We're here too. So.
Yeah, we're here with our giant ass cameras, so yeah, we're blocking the path too as we take photos and video. What are you gonna do?
We gotta get on another ferry.
This could be a bridge.
Easily.
No need for a boat. Time for some tips. Tip number 1, and I cannot stress this enough. If you come here during the shoulder seasons or the high seasons, come early. This place is super popular for good reason, and it gets slammed. And the majesty of these waterfalls and crystal clear water, a little bit ruined by 1,000 people taking selfies and blocking the very narrow path that you have to walk on. It gets a little tricky. Definitely get here early. Tip number 2, if you decide to park at entrance number 1, which most people do, you're gonna walk through the park. Eventually, when you get about halfway through and you've seen some of the better waterfalls, there'll be the option to get on a boat. You should take it. It's free. They'll check your admission tickets. You don't have to buy anything extra. And it will take you all the way back to entrance number 2. Sort of. There'll actually be a stop where you have to get off, circle around, and wait for another ferry that takes a short trip right over the river to entrance number 2. From entrance number 2, you can actually hop on a bus that will take you back to entrance number 1. Makes things a little bit easier. Tip number 3. There are long stretches of this park, and it is a very big park, where there's no place to get or buy water. So I really recommend you bring a water bottle or something of that nature with you, because you're gonna wanna hydrate. It's Croatia, it gets hot during the summer and the spring, so make sure you stay hydrated. Tip number 4, I would highly recommend non-slip shoes. Something that's comfortable, because you're gonna do a lot of walking, but some of these paths are rocky, some of them are wet because of the waterfalls, some of them are wooden. Make sure you're wearing something that you're not going to accidentally, slip off the path and fall into the water with all of your stuff and have a bunch of tourists kind of laugh at you and take photos on their cell phones. Tip number 5, while a lot of the areas are shaded, a lot of it isn't. So bring sunscreen, bring a hat, make sure you're protected from the sun. And lastly, tip number 6, and you'll see some of the signs around the park saying this, bring a credit card. I thought because it's a national park, any of the kiosks that you find throughout the park are gonna want cash. Not the case. Most of them actually only take credit card. So if you're looking to buy lunch or a water bottle or a snack while you're roaming around, definitely bring your credit card with you. Bonus tip that my wife just reminded me of. Make sure you keep a copy of your ticket on you, either on your cell phone or if you've got a physical one, because when you get on the ferry, they do check the ticket. And they might check it in other places as well. So just make sure to keep it on you. That's all I got. Get here early though, because holy shit, it gets crowded. We have now left the park. I am so tired. It is such a large park. We're on our way to our booking.com accommodation, and we are going to check with them and see if they've got any recommendations for food, because I have not eaten all day and we've been here for like 6 hours of a lot of walking and hills and tourists and heat. So I need food and possibly a shower. We're gonna go find that, and we will let you know where we find to eat.
First meal of the day after a 5-hour hike.
6.
No wonder why we were so hangry at the end. But time for food!
So we've found ourselves at Bistro Pizzeria La Mat, which is about a 15-minute drive south of the lakes. We came here because it had really good reviews, I was really in the mood for some pizza, and it didn't look like a tourist spot where everyone kind of goes to after they see the park. So we've ordered some pizza, we've ordered a spaghetti bolognese, my pizza has sour cream on it, which I've never had before, and I'm pretty excited. And I'm looking forward to some food. Because it's my birthday. No, I should probably cut it. Turns out, I really like sour cream on a pizza. I've never had that before, and it's so good. The pepperonis are a little bit spicy, but very tasty. There's well-cooked bacon on there, but it's still kind of soft, so that makes me happy. Oregano seasoning on top, good cheese, really good sauce, and it's greasy. And I know some people say, ooh, it's great. No, it's properly greasy. It is tasty. Thin crust, good crust. And some of these sweet peppers on there. Yeah, this'll work. I'm very tired though. It was a beautiful park. God damn, it was a long park and a lot of up and down hills, and trying to leave that park was a frickin' labyrinth. So I'm happy that we are checked into our place, Green Lakes House. I'm not sure. It's beautiful though. It's really nice. Wasn't too expensive, on a really nice piece of property, not too far from the park. Get some good food in us, go home, and pass out. Can I please eat this now?
No. Yes, you can.
I don't give a it's my birthday. I'm 37. Which actually ain't that bad. I'm pretty happy to be 37 if I'm being honest. It means I've done some been some places, I've seen some things. I've lived. I've surprisingly survived my 20s, actually, if I'm being honest. That was touch and go for a bit. So I'm pretty happy about that, if I'm being honest. Things have gotten better. No one's looking for me. I'm not getting calls from creditors. My landlord's not trying to kick me out. There's no warrant for my arrest. It really is better. Things have gone better.